bought some brand new shoes. They were all red, but they gave me the blues. And they're running away. They left me a letter. It's just like you told me it'd be. It's nothing, 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 nothing at all. We are all made of air. There's stars in my eyes and there's sun in my hair. And I'm running away, it makes me feel better. It's just like you told me it'd be. It's nothing, 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 nothing at all.
Oh, this pumpkin spice chai latte is so good. It is officially the first day of autumn. It is the moment that we have been pretending it was for the last 2 weeks as we've been sweating wearing our cardigan sweaters and autumn boots and whatnot. But the moment is finally here. It is fall at last. And if you're an autumnal girly like me, you will want to make the most of it. In order to celebrate the first day of autumn, I thought it would be really fun to do some cozy autumnal activities, as well as give you inspiration on how to best romanticize your autumn. And of course, please do drop any suggestions you have in the comments down below. If you guys don't know me already, my name is Kayla Freitas, and I am a fantasy, entertainment, travel, and style content creator. So if you enjoy any of that stuff, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload, and also be sure to turn on notifications to get notified every time a new video is put out. And thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I have quite an influx of new subscribers, and I just want to say a warm thank you, and I'm so glad you're here. Having a nice warm cup of tea is a great way to start off the season, in my opinion. So let's get cozy and have some tea time. I've recently started collecting autumnal teacups and tea sets in preparation for the season, so I'm pretty excited to show you guys what I've come across, albeit probably excessive, but I think you guys will enjoy. Let's go. This is my stash of cozy tea items that I have been collecting over the last few months. Almost all of these came from Home Goods, and every time I go there, I see something new and I really can't resist, and I tell myself it's okay because it's for content. But really, I do hope you guys enjoy. I am gonna set these up in my room and use them for different little short pieces of content, as well as my long form content for the autumn season.
Really need you to tell me. Really need you to hold me back. It's funny how it all ends up. Funny how it all ends just like that. Really want you to hold me. Take this train and keep it on the tracks. 'Cause I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I don't know where, but I'll be right.
Now it's time to officially set up my fall decor on my little nesting table here that is going to be in a lot of my content. And for the first round of decor, I wanted to do something that was kind of late summer, early autumn, so I went with more of a flowery theme, more early autumn, if you will. I am so pleased with how it looks. It's so cute. And now I think it's a good time to make a nice cup of tea. This is my favorite tea, Vanilla Chamorro. It is actually available at Target. I am unfortunately out right now, so we're gonna try something new that I actually picked up the last time I was at Home Goods. But especially if you put a little honey in this one, it is so good, so I highly recommend you try it. The last time I was in Home Goods, I picked up this beautiful rose hibiscus tea from Charbrew. I have not tried this one yet, and I think I'm gonna skip it for now and try this pumpkin spice tea instead.
Good would I be if I let you go? Good would I be if I let you go? Good would I be if I let you? No, if I let you, if I let you, no, if I let you, if I let you, no, if I let you, if I let you, and if I let you, no, if I let you, if I let you, no, if I let you, and if I let you, if I let you, no, if I let you, no, if I let you, and if I let you, no, if I let you, no, if I let you, and if I. And if I
This tea is actually not so bad. Kind of scratches a little pumpkin spice itch, but I think I would like it a little more pumpkin spicy. And now that we have our warm, cozy tea in our bellies, it's time to set the mood with some cozy autumnal content. Clearly, I am a fan of romanticizing your life as much as possible. I think every day should be romantic because every day is a gift. So why not make the most of it by making it the best day ever, every single day? And one way I like to immerse myself is by consuming content. Because I live in a warmer climate, I live in San Diego, California, where we don't really have an autumn. It's not like the East Coast. We kind of get a little bit of, fall foliage, but we also have palm trees here, so it doesn't really feel that autumnal, even when it gets to like 60 degrees, which is like nothing for most people for autumn, but for us, we're like so bundled up and freezing. But one way I really like to set the mood for myself and romanticize autumn is by watching autumnal movies. The very first thing I do every season is watch Practical Magic. To me, this movie is just the epitome of cozy autumnal content. It really sets the vibe and the mood for me and helps me romanticize autumn. It's romantic, it's cozy, it's witchy, which are all my favorite things. I know a lot of people like to watch Gilmore Girls, so that's one I would also recommend, but I've not actually gotten past the first episode. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you have to watch it, but I'm not a huge fan of sitcoms. I guess you can't really call it a sitcom. I don't know, I'm gonna sit through it and I'm gonna watch it for you guys, because I know you guys are gonna yell at me. I also really enjoy listening to autumnal audiobooks. So a few of them that I'm listening to right now, I actually have listened to 3 audiobooks or read 3 books in the last month and a half. And I came across a TikTok that had some suggestions for some autumnal books to read about 2 months ago. My first autumnal book of the season was In Company of Witches by Arlie Wallace. This one is a murder mystery. It's witchy, it's cozy, it's a bed and breakfast, kind of like everything you could really possibly want from an autumnal piece of content. I got through it really, really quickly. It was so cozy. It was pretty wholesome for it being a murder mystery. It didn't feel too heavy. So it was really, really easy to consume, and I went through and I consumed it all. Then I started on the second book in her series. But that book is When the Crow's Away, and that's actually set in spring. So I started it and I did about 10 minutes and I was like, I'm gonna save this for the springtime. So I moved on to Practical Magic, the book. And I've never actually read Practical Magic. I am a Practical Magic movie girly, and I am diehard for that movie. So needless to say, I wasn't a huge fan of the book. Obviously, I think if you read the book first, it's always like the movie doesn't compare. It wasn't, I don't know, romantic enough for me. And there was a ton of character development, which was really good, but the characters were kind of like not great for most of the book. Like they were like all kind of buttheads. So I didn't love it. But after that book comes the prequel about Maria Owens, which is, you know, the first lady in the family to have magic. That book is called Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman, the same author of Practical Magic. It is the prequel. And I started that book last week, and figuratively, I've not been able to put it down. That book is so good. It's so good. It's like literally every second there is something going on. It's so entrancing, intriguing. I don't know what to say, but it really, really captures your attention. It's not cozy autumnal content. It's definitely very witchy, which I love so much, but it is just so good. It's a great way to kind of get your autumn going. So I would highly recommend checking out Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. I'm not done with it, but I'm going through it very, very quickly. Really, really interested to see how this ends. It's definitely different than the story they told in the movie. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why I bought this Samsung The Frame TV is because I absolutely adore ambiance videos on YouTube. I am a huge fan, and it's almost exclusively what I watch when I'm working. So as you can imagine, I edit a lot. I edit for YouTube, I edit for TikTok, I edit for Instagram, I edit for Facebook. I'm constantly editing, and I really, really love having something in the background that kind of puts me in a different headspace, almost like I'm somewhere else. And the ambient videos on YouTube just really do that for me. So here are some of my absolute favorites, especially for autumn. All these channels and pieces of content I will link in the description for you. This one is from Escape Ambiance, and this is Cozy Fall Fireplace with Crackling Fire. I have been watching this one almost every single day for the last few months. I never get sick of it, and I've shared it with so many people, so I'm happy to share it with you guys. This one is from Cozy Scenes, and it's Cozy Ambiance of the Porch by the Lake. Gentle sounds of fire, forest, and relaxation. For the last couple years now, I have been watching a channel called Autumn Cozy on YouTube, and they have a lot of really great ambient videos available, especially like cozy content. As we start getting deeper into autumn, I really like this one that has a little Jack Skellington in the back and a few other little tidbits that you'll only see if you watch it for a little bit of time. And I typically go for the ones that don't have the music, but if you are looking for some with music, here are a couple that I recommend. This one is Rainy Day Coffee Shop Ambiance, and this is also from Autumn Cozy. And this one by Enchanting Ember. And one more suggestion if you're looking for something a little bit more on the spooky and creepy side. This one is called Victorian Era Ambiance. It is soft rain sounds, horses, cowbells, and bell sounds from Autumn Cozy. Because it is the start of autumn, which I find to be one of the most romantic seasons, if not the most romantic season, I decided to do even more to romanticize my life. So I decided to buy something very, very beautiful to write down my biggest goals and dreams starting this month. This gorgeous piece I actually got from an Etsy shop, and I think it's the most perfect notebook I've ever seen in my life, with the beautiful birth of Venus on the front of it and tea-stained pages. And I want to make a whole ritual of romanticizing my life and creating my dreams. So I decided to also get a calligraphy set with a quill pen, which I've never used before, so I was a little intimidated at first. But it turns out it's actually very easy to use. I actually purchased it for this particular pen. But it also came with a few other accessories, including a wax stamp and seal, which I'm actually going to be using to hold my quills instead. And it also came with ink, which of course you're going to need if you're going to use a quill set. My notebook is technically meant to be a grimoire, but in my mind, it's going to be a dreams made real book. And what is manifestation but making your own magic? So to me, it feels very fitting. By the way, thank you guys so much for helping me reach 100,000 followers here on YouTube. That is such a big milestone for me and something that I had on my goal list for years now. I finally buckled down and started doing consistent content, and I really appreciate all the love I've been shared. I'm so glad you guys love my content, and I think the next thing I want to put in my dream book is to hit 1 million YouTube followers by my birthday, May 3rd, 2024. So if you could help me out, I would love it so much if you could hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications to get notified every time I do an upload, and be sure to like this video because it lets me know that you want more of this type of content. So let's put it in my dream book.
You're far away if you can't see my face. If the world is cold but the sun shines the same.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so honored that you chose to spend this time with me. Let me know in the comments what you plan on doing to maximize your autumn and to romanticize your life. And until next time, bye.